Yeah, hi, good morning, everyone. Is my screen is visible for everyone? Am I audible? Okay, fine. I will start my session. So last session we give the introduction about OSGI component and OSGI service. Today's the session will start with the difference between the OSGI component and OSGI service. So I will delete these all the things. Okay. Yeah, OSGA component to OSGA service. Basically, in the interview perspective and wherever you go, in the panel they will ask the main difference. What is the difference between the OSGA component and OSGA service? Like these both are Java classes only. Both are Java classes only. So I will tell the both are OSGA component and OSGA service. Both are Java classes only. But these are not like normal classes. We need to modify a little bit. So I will tell like how to modify normal classes into OSJ component and OSJ service. Uh, the first you should remember OSJ component and OSJ service is nothing but Java classes only. That is the first point you should remember. And second one, second one, what is the main purpose of the OSJ component OSJ service in the interview perspective? They will ask the question like the what is the main purpose of the OSJ component and OSJ service? The main purpose of the OSJ component and OSJ service, OSJ component, OSJ component and OSJ service. The main purpose is to listen the life cycle events. Can listen the life cycle events, service life cycle events, service life cycle events. The events will we have the events like activate, activate, deactivate, and will be having the modified. So these are the predefined classes actually. So I will these are the annotations and predefined annotations. I will show you clearly. But the main purpose of the you should remember the main purpose of the OIJ component and OIJ service is uh, I would say OIJ component OIJ service can listen the life cycle service life cycle events, service life cycle events like activate, deactivate, and modified, activate, deactivate, and modified. And we have one more main advantages also. The main advantage is dynamic. We can give the dynamic data, or we can say configurations as well. And one more thing I would like to share you, uh, like total OSGI component and OSGI service I can categorize into three parts. Like the first part one is the introduction, like I would say what does the bundle life cycle, and so this the bundle life cycle, like how the bundle, uh, which means deployed into the AIM server, bundle life cycle, and what are the phases available under the bundle, and these the things. These all the introduction part. That is the part one. In the part two, this is part two. Today we'll discuss the part 2. In the part 2 session, we'll discuss about the difference between the OSGI component and OSGI service, and I would say the main purpose of the OSGI component and OSGI service. OSGI component and OSGI service. OSGI component. So one more person will be there. So in this session, the main purpose of the OSGI component and OSGI service is like the normal class not able to listen the service lifecycle events. Service lifecycle events, like the normal class will be like this: public class. The class name might be anything, demo, and from here to here, this is the scope of the normal class. If you take any normal class, the normal class don't have any capable to listen the service life cycle. So that's why we are converting normal Java class into OSGI component and OSGI service. OSGI service is nothing but extension of the OSGI component only. You can convert first the normal class you can convert into the OSGI component. Later we will OSGI service. Later we will convert OSGI component into OSGI service. OSGI service is nothing but extension of OSGI component only. This is the normal class. Now this is the normal class. Public class demo is the normal class. Now we need to convert this normal class into the OSGI component. Whenever you mention the OSGI component, then the normal class will be converted into the OSGI component. OSGI component. Okay, fine. Uh, Now this class can listen service life cycle events like activate, deactivate, and modified. I will tell you what does it mean by activate, deactivate, modified. And the third main purpose of the OSGI component and OSGI service is dynamic data, and dynamic configurations, dynamic configurations. So this is the normal class. We are converting the normal class into OSGI component. Then I would say we should know like the things we'll be having annotations, R7 annotations. We can say R7 annotations in the OSGI component and OSGI service annotations. We can call R7 annotations. We can call R7 annotations. Okay, what are the R7 annotations? We can say in the interview perspective, uh, like the regular questions they will ask, can you please explain about the R7 annotation? In the R7 annotations, the basic annotations are the first annotation is the at the rate component, at the rate component. Next annotation is the at the rate activate, and next annotation is the at the rate deactivate, at the rate deactivate, and fourth annotation is the at the rate modified, at the rate modified. These are the basic annotations. These are the basic annotations. These are the basic annotations will be comes into the. These are the basic annotations. These are the basic annotations in the OSGI component and service. OSGI component and service. Uh, so, like right now, like we tried with these annotations, and we'll try to write the program. Then later we'll be have the some different annotations as well. Then we'll go one by one. Just 1 second. This is the normal class, and normal class I am converting into the OSGI component. Okay, now you can take any method, uh, like for example, if I take the public void activate, so instead of activate you can take any method. So this is the normal method name. From here to here, this is the scope of the method name. This is the scope of the method name, public void activate. Whenever I mention the activate annotation, whenever I mention the annotation, activate annotation, then now the method can able to listen the events. If not mention the activate annotation, this is the normal method. Whenever I mention the at the rate activate, then it will be able to listen the life cycle events. The each annotation will be having the different meaning. Like whenever you mention the annotations, then at the time of compilation, at the time of deploying our bundle into the instance, like it will be created .xml files. I will show you that one as well. Next method I will take public, I would say public void deactivate. These are the like uh, I would say these are the instance methods actually. Public void deactivate method, I would say deactivate from here to here. This is the scope of deactivate method, and here I would like to mention the deactivate annotation. Deactivate annotation, and last one I would like to take public void modified or update. The method name you should take anything, no issue. Method name you should take anything, and here I will mention annotation like at the rate deactivate, at the rate deactivate. When I mention that these annotations, when I mention that these annotations, we will be having the bundle life cycle. Bundle life cycle. I will now write down the bundle life cycles one more time. Bundle life cycle will be having life cycle will be having the phases. Bundle life cycle will be having the different phases, like the first phase is the install phase, and the second phase is the resolve phase, and third phase I would say starting start phase, and fourth phase it be active active, and fifth phase stopping, and sixth one we can say uninstall uninstall uninstall. So I would say this is the starting phase. So like clearly we already discussed in the last session about the bundle life cycle. These are the life cycle phases we will be having: install, resolve, starting, active, stopping, and uninstall. And like whenever the bundle, the like uh, in the last session we discussed with the modules like front end modules and back end modules. The back end module you can deploy into the AIM server with the command like man clean install -p auto install bundle. Like whenever you give the bundle, then the bundle will be in the active state. Whenever the bundle will be the active state, then OSGI component and service gets activated gets activated. OSGI bundle, OSGI components and services, OSGI components and I would say services gets I would say these are gets activated activated. Whenever the bundle in the active state, then OSGI components and OSGI services will get activated will get activated. And whenever, if for example if you uninstall the bundle, then what will happen? The OSGI component and service are deactivated. OSGI components components services gets deactivated. So this is the thing you should remember. Bundle lifecycle will be having the phases: install, resolve, starting, active, stopping, and uninstall. Then what will happen whenever like the bundle will be in the active state? Like active phase is the very important phase in the bundle lifecycle. Very important phase in the bundle lifecycle. When the bundle gets active, then automatically OSHA component and service will get activated. When the bundle got uninstalled, then automatically OSGI component and service deactivated deactivated deactivated. Okay, after that After this, we will be having the annotations. We will be having the annotations. These are the basic annotations. These are the basic annotations. I will be right here. These are the basic annotations like at the rate component and at the rate activate, at the rate deactivate, and at the rate modified. These are the basic annotations. In the interview perspective, if they will ask the R7 annotations, then these are the basic annotations. These are the basic annotations. Then we'll try. I would say this is the basic annotations. You can try write the program with the help of these annotations, and I will tell like what will happen when will you mention the at the rate these annotations. What will happen? We'll try to understand. We'll try to understand. Okay, so let's. I will be open. I will be open my interview. Normally, whenever you mention these annotations, we will be created at the jar will be containing uh, three parts. One is the metadata, and second one is the dot class files, and third one is the OSGI INF. Under the OSGI INF, it will be created the .xml files. .xml files meaning whenever you mention the these annotations, it will be created automatically .xml files. .xml files. I will show you that one. IntelliJ. I will be open .xml files will be having alternate practice code, new project, will be open desktop users only, local desktop will be there. Android, practice code, and here we'll be having well, practice code. This is the practice code. This is the path users Krishna on live desktop. Desktop, and here we'll be having practice code and guides. Okay, this is actual my project. Here we'll be having different modules. This is the basic my project structure. In will be available the modules, different modules. Now I would like to write the backend. Like I will go to the backend, src main. So now the same I would like to take one class. That class I will convert into the OSJ component, and there I will take the three methods. That is, one is the activate method, the second one is the deactivate method, and third one is the update method. These methods I will take, and I will take. So for that purpose, you can take any package. You can take any package, no issue. Currently, I will take. You can write anywhere. I will take models, or else I will create one package. I will mention package service. I will mention the services. Here I will create one class. The class name, demo. I will create the demo. The class name is demo. Now this is our actual our class. This is our class. Now this is the normal class. This is the normal class. And normally, how will you write the in the core Java? Normally, we will write the methods like public void activate method, and this is the activate method, and we will write one more method, that is the public void. I would say deactivate method, and this is the deactivate method. And normally we will write the in core Java like this: public void modified modified. So this is the normal instance method, and this is the class. This is the class. Now this is the normal Java program. I want normal Java class. I want to convert this one into the OSGI. OSGI. We need to mention the converting. We need to mention the at the rate component. At the rate is component is the predefined class actually. Predefined class. So this is the annotation. Now I would say when I mention the at the rate component annotation, then the normal class is converted into at the rate OSGI I would say OSGI component. Okay, I have converted. Now methods also I will mention. This is the normal methods. Normal methods cannot listen the service lifecycle events. We need to convert this normal methods into at the rate activate. So now I will mention the at the rate activate, and here I would like to mention here also I would like to mention some at the rate deactivate, and here I will mention at the rate modified at the rate modified. So these are the uh, predefined classes which will be available under this package ORG OSGI services dot component dot annotations dot modified. Okay, so what will happen internally? So like this is the annotations. When I mention the annotations, what will happen is like basically this is my project structure. In my project structure, whatever the backend I have written, so all the backend will be available in the .java format. When I am compiling, so that it will be converted into the dot jar. The dot jar will be available under the target. Under the target, if you observe, this is the dot jar. This is the dot jar. If I'm, I would say this dot jar. I'm copying this dot jar. I'm going here. I'm going here. Uh, One more folder will be there. Yeah, I'm deleting this one. I'm deleting this one, and this is the dot jar, like current project dot jar. Current project dot jar. Now I would like to extract this dot jar. Extract this dot jar. Uh, so this dot extract option is not there. We can use the decompiler. I have already installed the decompiler. So with the decompiler, I am opening the dot jar. So simply go here, folder, desktop, Under the desktop, we'll be having practice code folder. Here we'll be having desktop, will be having Java afternoon. Java afternoon. Here we'll be having .jar. Open. We can get so .jar containing three, basically. .jar will be having three. I would say three parts. One is the meta info. Second one is the OSGI information, and third one is the dot class. So under the core, we'll be having the dot class files. Under the meta info, will be providing the information about the .jar. If I open and already explained, I hope yesterday, it will be having information about our jar, like import packages. Imported package meaning our bundle will be depending these many APIs. From here to here we'll be having these many APIs. Our bundle will be having depending on these many APIs. These many APIs. So okay, now we'll try to understand what does it mean by OJNF. OJNF. Whenever you mention the annotations like at the rate component, at the rate activate, at the rate deactivate, and at the rate modified, at the compilation time, so the .xml files be created. The .xml files will be created. Why? I would say whenever you mention those annotations in the Java file, these .xml files will be created under the OJINF. OJINF. These I would say .xml files will be created under the uh, I would say I will write the same thing in my notepad. Then everyone will get the clarity. This is the life cycle of the bundle. Whenever OSGI service and OSGI component and service activated, then we'll be having demo.core is the bundle. Demo.core is the bundle. So we'll be having demo.core. Generally, it will be having uh, like uh, I would say it will be having Java files. We can take like 100 Java files as example. You can assume in the real time the files might be will be having more than 100 as well. Right now, currently, you can take 100 Java files, and you can assume it will be having 30 OSGI components. I would say 30 OSGI components. 30 OSGI components. Now, what will happen whenever like whenever you mention the OSGI at the rate component under the OSGI INF, OSGI INF, it will be created defaultly. It will be created 30 OSGI XML files. It will be create XML files. For example, this is the demo class. This is the demo class. This is the demo class, and it will be create like a demo.xml. Demo.xml. It will be created demo.xml. So like wherever you mention the at the rate component, and it will be under the OSGF. Under the OSGF, like the .jar will be containing three parts. .jar will contain three parts actually. The first one is the metadata, or you can say meta info. First one is the meta info. Second one is the classes, the core. Second one is the core. Will be having core. Under the core will be having the Java files, and third one is the OSGI INF. OSGI INF. In the OSGI INF, wherever you mention the at the rate component, defaultly will be it will be created the .xml XML files under the INF, under the INF, under the INF, under the INF. Then what will happen? Like we'll be having 100 Java files and we will be having 30 OSJ components. What will happen? So based on the XML files, it will identify the OSJ components. Based on the based on the XML files, it will identify, oh, this is the OSJ component, this is the Java file. Based on the XML file only, it will identify. It will identify. Oh, I will write that one. Then we'll get the clarity. So identify all the OSGI components based on the XML configuration. XML configuration. And the second point, second second what it will do. So create the object for all the create objects for all the OSGI components. For all the OSGI components. And third one, third thing what it will do, restart all the OSGI components with OSGI container. I would say restart all OSGI components with all OSGI container. OSGI container actually with OSGI container. OSGI container. Then what will happen? Container meaning like in the AIM architecture, will be having three structures, three APIs actually. Three APIs are also can say three frameworks. So whenever like it will be, I would say, whenever you mention the at the rate component, then what will happen? It will create the .xml files, .xml files. So based on this, based on the .xml file, it will identify the OSGI components. So after that, it will identify and it will create the object. It will create the objects for all the OSGI components. It will create object for all the OSGI components, and it will register OSGI components with OSGI container. OSGI container. And fourth one, container will triggers. I would say container triggers activate events and executed. Container triggers activated events and executed, executed, executed. And in the interview perspective, you should remember one question is like OSGA component and OSGA service. We cannot we cannot create the object. We cannot create the object. Why? Because it's already created the object for the it's already create object for all the OSGA components, all the OSGA components. But if you create the manually, so it is only not possible. This is the singleton classes. These all are the singleton classes. Singleton classes meaning we can create only one object. We can create only one object. So we can create only one object. So can create only one object. Okay. Now what will I will go my IntelliJ. So here this is the normal class, and I have mentioned the at the rate component. And now I will so for tracking purpose I will take logger files. For the logger files, private static final logger. In the logger will be whenever we'll be having multiple suggestions. Among those we can take SLF4J. SLF4J only. Why? Because this is the only API integrated with the AEM. You can take this one only. If you take anything apart from this, remaining not they won't work. You can take SLF4J only. then that is only integrated with our AM. You can take this one only. Instead of this one, you can take anyone. These the remaining things are not working. You can take this one only. SLF4J. Okay, I'm taking SLF4J, and now I would like to take log. Log meaning this is the final. Final will be having the naming conventions. Whenever you mention the final, then the name should be in the uppercase. All the characters should be in the uppercase. Okay. Then logger factory. Logger factory. Actually, logger factory is the class. Logger factory. So logger factory is the class. Uh, we should take the SLF4J only. Logger factory and dot get logger. Get logger is the static method. Get logger is the method. So we are calling the static method with the help of class name. With the help of class name. Logger factor is the class name. This is the static method. We are calling this static method with the help of class. With the help of class. So this is the static method. I would take get logger is the static method. So how will you access the static method? You can access the static method with the class name. You can access with the class name. You can access static methods with the class name. This is the class name. Logger factor is the class name. I am accessing static method with the class name, and then I am storing in log reference variable. Log is the reference variable. Log is the reference variable. This reference variable data type is the logger. Logger. This reference variable data type is the logger. Logger. And I am mentioning the final. Final meaning we cannot change. We cannot change, and I would say while writing the like methods, variable, everything, we need to follow some standards. So when I'm mentioning the final, so all the characters should be in the uppercase. That is the recommended way. That is the recommended way. And this is the static, and this one is the private. Private meaning access specifier. Access specifier you can access within within the file only. Whenever we mention the private access specifier, we can access within the file only. We can access within the file only. And static meaning it will be load at the time of loading the class into the class loader. And get logger, here I will mention the class name. My class name is demo, and I am passing the demo dot class. I'm passing the demo dot class. Okay. So here what I will do, I will take the log, and I will pass the some information like the activate method started, and same here also I will take the some message like so deactivate method started, deactivate method started, and here also I will write like info inside I would say modified anything dummy message, you can take anything, no issue. Inside modified method, inside modified method. So uh, what I did till now, I have created one logger file for tracking our class execution methods execution. We will track with the help of logger file. And I have taken the three methods: activate method, deactivate method, and modified method. So under this method I have this is the logic, not logic, this is the some dummy message I have passed. Then I can check the methods is working or not. So only we are checking the basically. like whatever the I am saying, the activate deactivate the methods, we are checking the methods is working or not with the help of logger file, with the help of logger files. In the logger files also, so I am saving this one. We can create the our custom logger files also. So if we create our custom logger files, then this track, this I would say this entire information will be uh, I would say will visible on the whatever the logger file we have created, this information will be visible on the that logger file. If not created any logger file, then we'll be having the default error.log file. All the information will be related to this class. All the information will be visible on that error.log file. If you created any logger file, then this information visible on that file. If you not created any logger file, then all the information will be defaultly available in the error.log file. Defaultly available on the error.log file. Okay, now I'm saving the file. I'm saving the file, and I'm opening my terminal. So before opening my terminal, I will go my aim instance. Where is the aim instance? This PC, and so my aim instance will be there here, and author. There will be having the quick start. This is logs. So error.log. So I'm saving this one. I'm deleting all these files. I'm deleting all these files. Now I will go to my IntelliJ. Now I will take the terminal. Now I would like to deploy Maven clean install. I want to deploy only the backend. Why? Because I have written only the backend to only one file, that is the demo.java. I don't want to deploy entire the project. I want to deploy only the backend. If I want to deploy the entire the project, it might be take around in between 4 to 10 minutes. The time also it will be taken more time. Why? Because it will be deployed all the front end modules and back end modules. But instead of that one, if I want to deploy only the backend, we'll be having the command maven clean install -p auto install bundle. If I give this command, then what will happen? Only the core module will be deployed into the aim instance. So it will be the main advantage is it will be reduce the time compared to all deploying the project. It will be reduce the time. So maven clean install -p auto install bundle. So I am trying to deploy my only the backend into the aim install aim. So after deploying this one, we need to check the bundle stage, the bundle where the bundle will be there, at the install stage or at the result state or at the active state. But the bundle always should be in the active stage only. Then only whatever the programs we written, the functionality will be work. The bundle should be always in the active state. The bundle should be always in the active state. The bundle should be always in the active state. So I will be opening my aim instance. Any instance you can take. uh, so I will be opening my aim instance. The shortcut localhost 452 start.html. You can sign in with the admin credentials. Then so we'll be having the shortcut for binding the for finding the bundle got installed or not. Simply go to the tools, and we'll be having the operations, and we'll be having the web console. There you should go inside. there will be getting the console configurations. If you remember this path, you can directly type this path, or else this is the way. And go to the OSGI bundles, and now you can check the bundle got deployed or not into the AIM instance. If the bundle got deployed into the AIM instance, then you should go there and you can check the bundle will be in the active or not. If not, you should be the bundle should be in the active. So always you should take the should check the timestamp of the bundle. Okay, the bundle has deployed. Now what I'm doing, I'm simply going here, OGI bundles. There you can reload the page. Control F, demo. So but the bundle should be in the active stage. The bundle should be in the active state, but it is in resolve state. You can check the it is in resolve state. Resolve state meaning like some issue with the import packages. Some issue with the import packages. The bundle always should be in the active state. The bundle always should be in the active state. Like will be check the timestamp like 7:47. Okay, and you can observe there is no issue from the import packages also. There is no issues from the import packages, and there is no issue at all, but the bundle is in the reserve state. We'll start one more time and try. Yeah, now the bundle in the active state. Now the bundle in the active state. Okay, now I will go here. I will try to open error.log files one more time. I will open the error.log files. There we'll get the all the logs, and I am control, and here I will try to search with activate this one. We'll be passing the message activate method install. In the error.logs you will get this message. Which message? Whatever the dummy message you have passed, like this message will be displayed, should be displayed on the error.log. Like I will search with started. Started bundle event started. So here you should pass immediate equal to true. Whenever the bundle in the active, then the OSGI component should be in the active. The bundle, the component, I would say, we need to pass this one as well. We need to pass the this one as well. We need to pass the this one as well. Meaning, whenever the bundle in the active state, the OSGI component also gets activated. The OSGI components also gets activated. The OSGI component also gets activated. Like I'm saving this one. Now we need to deploy. Maven clean install minus auto clean install bundle. Now we will check like it has created a .xml file or not. The .xml files will be available in my project. See a practice code will be having practice code. Yeah, practice code. Open our project. There will be having the core target. Under the target, I should copy this one and simply go here. Java afternoon batch. Should delete this one and copy this one. Control V. So I am simply again copy this one and going here and pasting here. Okay, I will open decompiler. This is my decompiler. I will open my decompiler. There I will open the .jar file. Desktop. Here Java afternoon. Here will be having the .jar. Open. We will try to open the. You can observe demo.xml. In the previous case, in the previous case, there is no demo.xml. Whenever I am deployed our bundle into the aim instance, so it has created demo.xml. It has created demo.xml based on the annotations. Based on the annotation, whenever you mention the annotation like at the rate component, at the rate activate, based on the annotations, it will create the demo.xml. It will create the demo.xml. If you open the demo.xml, you can observe immediate equal to true, activate, deactivate, and modified. What are the methods will be there? All will be available under this .xml file. .xml file. Okay. Now I will deploy this one. I'm dragging this one. Okay. I'm going here. I'm reload the page. 754. 754 and okay. We'll try to look. We'll go the error dot logs. This is the error dot logs. We'll be having our AEM where will be there AEM. Here we'll be having quick start. We'll be having logs. There we'll be having error dot logs. Here you can search with activate. Yeah, you can observe here. I have passed the message like inside activate method started. Inside activate method started. Whatever the message I have passed, whatever the dummy message I have written there, this message will be displayed on the error.log. This message will be displayed on the error.log. So if I not create any log file, then all the logs will be displayed in the default one. Error.log is the default one. Then it will be displayed on the error.log. Then if I deploy the same bundle one more time, then this will also this I would say this dummy message also will be visible on the error.log. This dummy message also will be displayed on the uh, this error log. If I modify, if I change anything, then what will happen, this method also gets executed, got executed, this method also got executed. Like we will get the the, if you change any updates, so that kind of information also available will be available. So this is the second session. In the third session we'll see how to give the dynamic values, how to give the dynamic values. We'll go here. If I open this one, yeah, in the bundle. So today session we have discussed about the OSGI component and OSGI service. So OSGI service is nothing but we are converting this the OSGI component. OSGI service is the extension of the OSGI component only. For example, if I mention the here, if I mention like service equal to some this class name. If I mention this class name, what I am doing, I am converting this component as a service. This component as a service. Service is nothing but it is the extension of component only. This is the attribute. Whenever you pass the attribute, then the OSGI component is converted into the service. OSGI component is converted into the service. So today's session we have discussed about the OSGI component, OSGI service, the purpose of the OSGI component, OSGI service. Uh, Component and service is nothing but Java classes only. The main purpose of OSGI component and OSGI service is they can listen the service lifecycle events like activate, deactivate, and modified. We'll be having the bundle lifecycle like the phases like installed, resolved, starting, and active, stopping, and uninstalled. Like we'll be having when OSGI components and service gets activated when a bundle got deployed into the AIM instance. We'll be having we can say like like the 100 Java files will be there, and 30 OSJ components will be there. Every jar file contain three parts like meta info and backend and OSJNF. OSJ, whenever you mention the at the rate component, these basic annotations like activate, deactivate, and modified, then it will be created .xml files, .xml files under the OSGI. Then what will happen? Whenever it will identify the OSGI component based on the whenever we have created the uh, whenever we have mentioned the at the rate the basic annotations, then it will create the .xml files. So based on the will we have the Apache Sling, what it will do based on the .xml files, it will be identify the OSGI components, and it will create the object for all the OSGI components. So and then after that register all the OSGI components with the OSGI container. After that, the based on the container, it will activate the all the events and execute it. All the events and execute. Events meaning activate, deactivate, and modify. Second step is the stopping and starting. These are the optional. A bundle interface, activated interface will be there. In that interface, will be having that methods like start and stop. Whenever you click on the stop, then default the internally will be having. For example, this is the bundle. If here will be having the stop. If I click on the stop, if I click on the stop, what will be happen? Internally, internally will be having the stop method. So internally it will use the stop method, then the stop method got executed. Then the bundle will be in the stop the waiting stage. The bundle will be in the waiting stage, meaning the bundle will be at the stopping stage. And then uninstall meaning it is the in deactivate. Next, we'll be having the basic annotations like at the rate activate, at the rate component, at the rate activate, at the rate deactivate, and at the rate modify. These are the basic annotations. And one more thing, the main purpose of the OSGI component and OSGI services, we need to give the dynamic values. These dynamic values we can discuss in the part 3. We can discuss in the part 3. We can discuss in the part 3. And so this is the thing. Today, what you guys will do, we should create the same file. We should create the same file. You can take the three methods. We can annotate with the three annotations: activate, deactivate, and modified, and take the one logger file and deploy the backend this bundle into the aim instance, and we can check like the log files are printing or not printing, printing or not printing. So this is the assignment you guys will do. So I will close my session. Any queries? Anyone? Any queries? Anyone? Anyone? Any queries?